Welcome to the RiskAssure Solutions video tutorials. By now you've reviewed the introduction to RiskAssure Solutions, the setup of locations, users, vendors, and equipment, modifying the pick lists or pull-down lists, the equipment maintenance, and now we're going to talk about adding incidents or modifying incidents. Again, remember, you need to be at a location, going to the corporate body on the top left here and selecting a location, even if you only have one, and clicking Update will give you the location that you are currently managing. From there, you can go into incidents and note that there are, as we noted before, two types of incidents, the open ones that are, for example, in the status they're processing, and the active or the archived incidents, which you'll notice the status is closed, and that automatically archives it. We'll go back to our open incidents, and we'll look at a bar injury with Sally Field. You'll note here that in the summary, before you go in to edit the incident on the top right here, that there is a basic description of it. A lot of these are pull-down lists that you can change, of course, on your pick list, pull-down list, editing in the settings. And then there's the actual equipment that was involved with it. There's a parent signature document that was uploaded. You can add an image or add a document this way. And any actions that have been taken, you can add actions. And there's a history of anything that has been changed as we go through it. If you were to edit the incident, note that again, the pick list, that this is, instead of a pick list, this is a tooltip. It's a short description of the incident to catalog and search by details. You want to enter some facts and figures easily that have to do with the incident, just to identify it easily. A bar injury, Sally Field identifies it cleanly. Over here now is a pick list or a pull down list, and these are all completely customizable to you. Again, over in the settings, you can do it. There's programs that are involved. Anything that's pull down or pick list is customizable to you. Location inside the facility, type of injury. You don't want to make prognosis, obviously, and a description. But notice here on the tooltips that it talks about describing the incident as it appeared to be, maybe the part inside of the body, if you wish, maybe the RICE, rest, ice, compression, elevation, not giving any medical diagnosis of it. And if we made any changes to that, we could save that, or we could simply, if we didn't make any changes, we could simply cancel it and go back. Again, you can update equipment here or search for a piece of equipment to be able to associate it with the incident, and any documents or images you can pull up there. And any action items, if you wanted to add an action item, what was the action item type? Again, this is a pull down list. Was there an assigned staff? Some people might be in there already. When did it occur at, the date, or any description of the action. If you don't wish to do that, then you can simply hit close. But those actions, such as call Sally's mother ASAP, let me know how the x-ray turned out, offer to visit, send flowers and a card signed by staff, you can change those things as well. So let's go back. Because if it's a fresh incident, and we recommend here that you develop a form that follows the add incident, very simply. You have your own forms, I'm sure, but your basic staff should probably be not filling out these. It probably should go into somebody who is the owner, administrator, safety officer for placement of this incident into the system. And again, it talks about the summary, gives you your pull down list, the date, the program involved, the facility, any equipment filtering your choices because you have your equipment in there already, type of injury, description, again, being careful. You save that, and we didn't, but if we did, it would appear back on this until we had a status that was closed. Then it would simply archive it. These are usually on the home page as well because they're so important. Any maintenance items, any open incidents, notice those two are there, or any emergency contacts, if we needed to have open contacts or emergency contacts, they're there. So these things are in your home page. But that has to do with adding incidents. Hope that's clear to you. Remember that you can always use the help section, which has other video tutorials, as well as a written user guide with step-by-step processes through these and other features. Have fun and be safe.